Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use CRM tools as a virtual assistant. CRM tools are very important as a virtual assistant. But before we continue, please kindly help me subscribe to the channel, like this video. I'm giving you this completely for free. Now, CRM means customer relation management. So most times you can be hired as a customer support agent or as a anything you are managing, customer management, or either you are doing customer support or customer agent or customer representative. Once you are doing this as a virtual assistant, you need to know how to use CRM tools as software. Alright, so today I'm going to be walking you through how to use them professionally as a virtual assistant. You will actually be needing them, and this video is one of the most vital video, and I want you to stick around with me from beginning to the end. Now in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do it from a phone. I also have a video on how to do it from a laptop. I'll be putting the link to that in the video description. So for this video, it's only showing you how to use it with phone. So to do that, now before we continue, let me just explain a little so that you can be able to understand, right? Now, what is CRM? CRM is a tool, it's a software that you use in managing your clients, in managing customers. Now, for example, if somebody comes to buy something, if a large company, let's say a large company like Amazon, for example, you buy something from there, you have an issue with it, you see customer care number, you take the number, you call. The person is not picking the phone direct. Of course, you know that, example, we're in Nigeria, you cannot dial somebody's number directly to UK except it's through WhatsApp. So if you call somebody's number, that number is ringing in a software, and it's not ringing directly on his phone, and of course it's not ringing on WhatsApp too. So this you need to know how to use them, because you've been using them a lot as a customer support agent or as a customer representative for any brand. So that's what customer support CRM tools are. Now let me also explain this before we go on into the practicals. Please pay attention. Right now, let me explain what it typically is. Now let's say you see this phone I'm holding in my hand. CRM tool is like a phone. All right, the tool is like a phone. On this phone, let's say I meet you on the road. Your name is Macy, for example. I meet you on the road, I like you, I collect your name, I ask you for your name, I collect your name, maybe your full name, I collect your phone number, maybe I ask for your email, and then I ask for all your address and everything that has to do with you. So when I collect your phone number, I store it on this phone. All right, if I collect your phone number, I store it on this phone. Then on this phone, maybe it's where I'm saving that number, I can put your email there, I can put your full name there. There's a place in the saving numbers where you can even add people's address. So all the information I collect from you, I save them here. Now if I need you as Macy, I need you, maybe I get home, I need to talk to you, all I have to do is I have your details already. Either I WhatsApp you I send you a chat on WhatsApp through that phone number, or I call you through that phone number, or I have your email already. I can just tap my phone and send you an email, or through that phone number I can even look for you on Telegram and send you a Telegram message, or I can just send you a direct message, or anything I want to do to reach out to you, I can do it because I now have your information. The same thing is with the CRM tool. You collect people's information, store them there, so that when they are calling you to make inquiries, in fact, if you have a customer who is already an existing customer, you will store the person's information. If the person is calling new, you have to actually create an account for the person, just the way you save the person's number new on your phone. So that's how typically a CRM tool is, and I'm going to be showing you how to do that. Now we have a lot of CRM tools. We have Zoho, we have a lot of them. All right, we have a lot of them out there. Now for this class, I have two software that I'll be giving to you. One is HubSpot, and number two is Zoho. For the purpose of time, I will not be teaching, I will not be sending the video on, I will not be teaching live on the video on the how to use Zoho, but I will send the video. I'll also put it in the video description. I'll also send it to the group. All right, but for now, I want to handle how to use HubSpot, because I think HubSpot to me is one of the best software out there. But if you are hired to use Zoho or any other tool, please kindly contact me. If you don't know how to use them, I will guide you. All right, now let's go to my phone and I'll show you how to use HubSpot. All right, now let's come to Chrome. And of course, remember that I said if you are using phone, please kindly put your phone on desktop side to enable you access a lot of things. It doesn't mean that we can access HubSpot like this, but then to get a lot of leverage to do what we want to do, you need to put your phone on desktop side. Even if you want to work for people, if you get a job and you're working for them, please ensure that you put your phone on desktop side while working for them. So what I need to do is that I need to come here, I will click here, and then of course you can see desktop sites here. So if you can't see desktop sites, let me just quickly recap. Come to settings, another settings, come to site settings, another site settings, scroll down and you see desktop site. So you can now choose between either is you can request for mobile view or desktop view. So it's already on desktop view, I leave it. All right, so now let's go back. Now this is it. So what I want you to do is I want you to click on Google and then you can now type HubSpot, hubspot.com. You can type hubspot.com or I can just click on HubSpot. You can see that everything is tiny because the phone is operating as if we are operating from a PC. All right, so let me just zoom in so that you can be able to see. All right, so I'll click here and I will click on HubSpot. Now when I click on HubSpot, it's going to load and it's going to come to the interface like this, and it's going to ask me whether I want to get started or I want to get a demo. So what I want to do is I want to get started. So I'll click on get started and then it's going to load, and then it's going to ask me to create my account. Now it has two options. Either you are logging in directly with your Google account, or you can put your email here and then they will send a code to your email. You go to your email, verify it, and then from there you can now start setting up your account. But all those processes, when I register things online, I don't actually begin to put password and all of that. All I need to do is I only simply connect sign up directly with Google. So let me choose a different email, please. I'll now choose let me choose Express Tech, and now I type on sign in with Google and I type Express Tech and I click on continue. So it's going to now try to sign up. So but if you want to put your email, you go to your email, they send you verification, you can do that. It's simple as well. All right, it's just they send you an email to that email, you go there, click verify, you set up your account, you continue from there. It's simple too, but me, I don't want to follow all those things. Now here they're asking, which best describe your role. All right, are you the owner of this software, or are you an employee, or all of that? All I have to do is I am a you can put a freelancer or you are the owner. So I can click on I am the owner and then say what is your company's name. My company's name is Express Tech. See, for your own, all right, for your own, you can put anything. Now we are asking for your website. Now let me pay attention, please. I know that you don't have a website. Maybe some of you may not have a website. Just put anything. All right. For now, I can just put my name is Dennis. All right. I can just put dennis.com and it will accept it. It doesn't have to be an authentified. Sorry. Let me decline all these cookies, please. So I can now put dennis.com and I can click on next. So you can put your name. All right. Use your name as a website. It doesn't matter. It will go. All right, so let's go. It's coming. I said, does this look right? Breeze, or what's the company's called goes? What's the company's goes? They are just asking us a lot of questions here. I don't even think if this is going because I want to skip most of all these things. So company size is this. Company name is Martin Dennis. No, let me just change it to Brian Dennis. That's my name. Okay, so let me change it to Brian Dennis. So you can change it to your own name. So what is the company's goal? I can click here and there's nothing here to type. Okay, there's something there. Let me just type legal services, for example. No, not legal services, please. Let me just choose another thing so it will not affect me in the future. Let me choose tech or education because we basically teach, right? So we can now put education management. So the company size is 26 to 50. Just choose any random thing. You still create your account. So I can now come here and I can create account. Now it's here, you are doing great. Just a couple more questions to make HubSpot work better for you. So a lot of things, some things will pop up for you to now actually start. They say, what would you like to focus on first? So what would I would like to focus on first is build a website, send bills and collect emails. Let me see, generate leads. Generate leads is what we want to do. So click on generate leads. You can choose any one. The account will still be open and will do what we want to do. But I just choose that. What tools do you need? So just choose all of these. I need Google, I need all of these. Just choose any of them. I don't need Slack, please. Google Meet, Meta Ads, I don't need Typeform, I need LinkedIn. I can click on next. You can even skip these things. All right, you can even connect your email and will enrich your contacts for this thing. So you can just connect your email. You can just connect the same email, but now we don't want to even connect anything. Now the reason why they are trying to ask you to connect your email is because so that you can use the CRM tool to send people email directly. Just the way I said, if I collect Macy's number and her email, if I want to reach out to her, I can send her an email directly from phone. So if you collect their details on HubSpot, you don't need to actually go to Gmail that I taught you the other day to now go and be sending the person email. You do everything from that software. So that's why you need to connect the email that you'll be using in that HubSpot. So I can just simply well, how will I say this is okay? Can go to Google, connect. Let me just connect it. I will still connect it to the same Express Tech, or you can connect it to any email at all. It doesn't have to do with the email that you used in creating the account. So you can select all. Let me select all, view, and everything here is okay. I can click on continue, and then boom, the account will be ready shortly. All right, please, if you put your phone on desktop side, everything will be working smoothly like this. But if you don't put your phone on desktop side, not that it won't work, but you'll be struggling, and I don't want you to struggle, right? Please, so please kindly help me subscribe to this channel. I kindly beg you, and tell me in the comment section I am understanding. If you are not understanding, please tell me where you are not understanding and I will answer your questions. All right, but if you're understanding, tell me, boss, I am understanding. Thank you so much. So you can see enrich customers care. Please, let's keep this for now. And then lastly, who do you want to invite? I don't want to invite anybody for now, so let me skip. And then everything is now building up for me. You see, the creation of this ads, I didn't teach it while we are doing the one on laptop because I quickly connect the other app, but for this one I did it. So now we have our account. Boom, we have our account here. So all we have to do is just to start. Sure, want to close this tower? Yes, I want to close it. All right, so everything is now connected and you can now see the account. If you are doing it from laptop, this is exactly how it will look. But if you don't put your phone on laptop, it won't show like this. Please kindly do that. All right, if you're having issue doing it, you can also tell me. So you can see that here, this is home. We can come to home like this. Let me zoom it in, please, so that you can be able to see these icons here. This is home. Let's click on home so that you can see what is there, and then click on here. You can see that this is what is here, and then let's click on contact. Sorry, I don't know why this thing is showing like this. Kickstart your CRM tools. Please let me start clicking where you'll be able to understand. Please let me click on here. Sorry, this icon here, please let me zoom it in so they can be able to see it properly. Right now, this icon here, remember home, and this one that looks like a calendar with somebody inside, click on it. Let me click on it again. You now see that we have CRM, we have contacts, we have companies, we have all of this. Now before I continue, let me explain. HubSpot is not used for only CRMs. All right, it's not used for only CRM. You can create a landing page with HubSpot. You can create a website with HubSpot. You can use HubSpot to do marketing, to do advertisement, to do lead generation. You can use it to do everything, most things, and that's why we have a lot of them here. But today we won't be covering all of them because our major focus is on CRM. So let's now focus on CRM. So here our focus is on CRM, and then when we click here, you can see that this is CRM, and under CRM we have all these things here. So we are interested in contacts, not deals, not tickets, not companies. We are interested in contacts. Why? Because this CRM tool is used to manage people, contact, all right, customer relation management. All right, so now let's click on contacts, and then the contacts will now be open for us. Now these numbers you are seeing with these emails here, they are the automated emails, automated contacts created by HubSpot for us to show us how they will actually look. All right, now if you're a customer support agent, or you're working for any customer agent, you were working for any brand as a customer support or customer manager or anything managing customers, this is most of the software you use, and the interface look the same. So when you wake up as a virtual assistant and you have the job, you wake up in the morning, all you have to do is on your phone and then come here. If you're working from phone, if you're working for laptop, on your laptop and you're here, all right. So if you come here, you can see that these are the contact. Let me zoom in and you can see. So these are the contacts that were automated for us. They automatically created with HubSpot when we created the accounts. All right. So let me cancel this, please. So you can see all of them. So from here, we can now see that we can add new contacts. From here, you can see that we have newsletters, unsubscribe, all contacts. We have all contacts here, and then this is where we are. So if you open your Host CRM tool, you will come here. So now let's say somebody called and they say, oh, my name is Dennis, I'm calling you from Express Tech Academy. I bought something from your Amazon and the thing is not working. We need you to fix it. You say, what did you buy? Say, shoe. All right, please, what is your name? The first thing you ask is that, what is your name? And I'm going to show you that shortly, but you ask what is the person's name. When he calls his name, you quickly search the name here. Let's say Dennis. Sorry, his name is Dennis. Of course, if you are managing for a lot of clients, this interface will be full with contacts. Of course, they already have contacts. It will be full here. Now, let me also give you a tip. If you are working for a brand that they need you to bring people, they need you to bring customers, you actually need to scrape people's email. You can scrape company's email. As I am like that, I can get Dangote's email, very simple. I can get Elon Musk's email, very simple. Even you that you are watching this video, if I want to get your email, I can get it simply. The reason is because maybe you have probably used your email on Facebook, you have probably used it online, anywhere at all. Once you have used that email online and I want to get it, I will get it. It's called scraping of email. I had a video in this channel that teach you how to scrape email. You can scrape thousands of email and use it for marketing. So what company does is that they scrape this email and they import it inside this software and they give you for marketing. If you are doing lead generation or cold email, which we are going to be teaching you in this video, in this course, if you are doing cold email, cold calling or cold email, this is what they do. They scrape people's email, put them here, and they give it to you to begin to call to make money, to convince them to buy product. That's cold calling. And if it's email, the same thing. So how did they scrape that email? I have the video here. It will help you to actually find that. All right, for now, let's come back. So you quickly type Dennis and you find out that there's no contact called Dennis. It shows you automatically that that customer is a new customer. So what you need to do is you quickly create a form for him. Now, you may not be the only person working for that brand as a customer support. You may be doing shifting. That's why maybe it's another customer that created that. Maybe another customer must have created create a contact for that person. That's what you need to search to know. I will still go into more detail with that. So once you discover that the person is new person, you now quickly click on add. You now say, sorry again, what's your name? You say, my name is again Dennis. So you can now click on create new, and then here you can say, help me get started. I'll set up myself, help me get started. And then the thing is going to open. Immediately it opens directly. So now while you are asking him his name, you are going to be taking time, buying time to be asking him, please, what's your name? Sorry, can I get your surname? All right, sorry, can I get your phone number? I said, we are sorry, we are working on it. You know, you'll be talking with nice voice and being kind, right? You see that I'm speaking very kind. So you'll be speaking very kind. All right, sorry, I'm working on it. So you are that time that you are just telling him, trying to say one or two things, you are trying to get him registered. That is why a virtual assistant is a professional, because he has speed. So you have to have speed. You have to be smart. All right, you have to be smart so that immediately he calls name, you don't need to ask him twice. You have already recorded it. Now, then let me give you a tip to escape this. You don't need to write everything. Let's say he has brain Dennis, so you just write quickly B Dennis. See if you can at all, you can get it. His phone number, you can just go, can I get your phone number? 090, all right, 090, you are typing it. Everything, you just type all the information. Now, when you type all the information, you create the account, bam, and you now start asking him his problem. You now start explaining, you are watching him, you now explain, you are watching him. When he's done, you can now come back to his contact and edit it properly to put all the information. Now, let's create the contact. I've taught you how to do it. Now, you can now come here. You can say his first name. You can now put his first name, and then maybe his last name if he tells you on the Gan Dennis. So I'll now come here and I'll now put on the Gan, sorry, my first name is Dennis, and then my last name is on the Gan. Ondigan, and then the email is this email here. All right, or I can change the email, but let me just leave it at that. So I can now come here, and once everything is done like this, we can now click on create. Now if you click on create, we are going to do more of those things. We are going to click we are going to do more of this thing. So we can click on next, and then we can now come here, and then we can just see everything that we have here. But I want you to click on next again. Then click on go to contact. So the only thing you are facing that is very important there is that first step. All right, so once you have clicked it like this, it will now open the dashboard of Ondigan Dennis. On the each contact has what we call a dashboard. All right, so it's now click a dashboard. So let me close this. Yes, close. I don't know why these things are popping up. So you can now see, let me increase it. When you are done with the call, you can now edit it properly. Don't do all of these things when you're on the call, because the call may not even last up to a minute. So just ensure that you are fast with it. So when you are done, you can now come here. You can now see that this is my name, this is my website, this is my Gmail account, and under my name you can change this picture as well. You can even put a picture for that person if you know the person's pictures by clicking on this, and then you can see upload image. You can now upload an image from your phone to here. It's pretty simple. Then from here, if you didn't get the name correctly, you can now click on edit or edit here, and then you can now see that you can edit all of this. I can click on it and put, let's say this Dennis was incorrect. I can now click on it, and then boom, it's saved. You can now see that it's been changed. All right, so that is that. Now under Dennis, you can now see that I have all this information. The most information I have here is note, email, call, task, meeting, and if I click on more, you can see that we have log, SMS, and all of this. You can even have WhatsApp here, create a WhatsApp call, but the WhatsApp is locked. I will tell you why it's locked very soon. So that is that to create that. Now let me explain something. Remember I explained from the beginning that a CRM tool is like a phone, right? So you can see that we have notes, we have email. Note is, let me show you. I'll click on notes. Right, so all right, notes, you can now click on notes, and then you can come to the end here. You can now see that there is notes here. Now you need to put notes. Is very important. Do you know why? Because if you say I complain about shoe, that oh, I bought a shoe for $500 and I was not, this is not my size, they sent a wrong shoe, I didn't choose this one, you can now put that he complained about shoe size. So you can now put all the details that everything that he said as a note, and then when you are done, you can now click on create. Of course, you can see here, there's something to bold. You can bold it. Let's say you want to bold complaint, you can now bold it and all of that. You can just learn how to navigate all these things. I don't want to go through all of them. You can now click on create note. So this is the first note. You can click multiple notes. So let me say I want to click another note. I can click on click notes again, and if I scroll down, you can see here. Now the reason why you need to click on notes is because you need to remember his issue. All right, and then you under that note, you can also, after you say his issue, maybe you tell him that, oh, we are sorry, I'm going to get to the technical team and we're going to respond to you in 24 hours. You ought to add it in a note that he complained about shoe and I'm supposed to respond to you in 24 hours. Put it there, because if you are running shit with somebody now, what if you are not on duty and maybe your colleague comes tomorrow and the same person called again? If your colleague type his name Dennis Ondigan and the thing comes up and he clicks on it, and then if he did not find any note, he will not know the complaint that person complained yesterday. But immediately the person called and your colleague type his name, he comes here and then he sees it. So all you have to do is, oh, we are sorry sir, you complained about shoe yesterday. He already knows that the company know what they are doing. Even though he was not the person who created it, he already knows. So we are sorry, we are supposed to respond to you in 24 hours. We actually did convey your information to the technical team, but we are sorry that they are not getting back to you. But as a customer support agent, I will kindly do that myself, or I'll send a reminder. So you're already informing him that you know what is happening, even though you were not the one on duty. That's why note is very important, and you can create multiple notes on each contact, right? So that's how it works, and it's pretty simple. So that's how to do that. Note is very important, please. So you can now come here. If you want to send the person email, you can click on email, Now, for you to send an email to somebody, you can see here, it has already shown me that you are sending to who. I can put the person's email. Of course, you can copy it from when you get it the first time, and then you can type all your message, do everything, and send. If you want to add document, you can add, and all these things. They are pretty simple. I don't want to still keep going and going. All these things are things that when you come here, you will know how to do. Just to send a message is not something that will be very difficult, right? So you just try to send a message direct. You don't need to copy somebody's email and go and send outside of the CRM. It doesn't show professional. In fact, your boss will never allow you to do that. You do everything from here. Then the next thing we have here is call. You can also click on call and then have to now call the person if you want to. If you say we are going to call you before 24 hours and you are ready to call him, you can call him through here, not WhatsApp, not direct call. Of course, if he's outside the country, you can't call directly. So that's how to do that. Now, let me explain something under call. Under call, there is a call software that needs to be installed here before you can be able to make call. And it can be installed here if you're using a free version. That is why you are not the person to get a CRM tool. It is the company you are working for that will get a CRM tool for you. Alright, so you are not the one getting a CRM tool. It's the company you are working for that will get a CRM tool for you. All they have to do is when they employ you, they will give you access to this CRM tool. You now work with them as you work with their CRM tool. So they will install their CRM tool, and it's not your duty to install any CRM tool. However, if you have any issue where maybe your client is saying you should be the one to install CRM tool, let me know. I can help you that. All right. Of course, you have my details. You have my WhatsApp everywhere. So just let me know. But it's not your duty. All right. So when they install that call, that's when you can be able to receive call. You can be able to answer call. These are things I've been doing. Although I stopped working online, but these are things I've done. If I don't have experience in virtual assistant, I won't teach this. I won't even organize you to teach this. So these are things I do, and I can help even if I have issue with it. All right. And then the next thing is task. Now, let's say, of course, I've mentioned that let's say you were supposed to reach out to him by doing something. You can now maybe write it on task if you did not write it on notes. But task basically for me is if I wake up in the morning and I'm working as a virtual assistant, I come here and let's say under this particular Dennis, I was supposed to write something for him. All I have to do is click on task and write that I was supposed to respond to him on the 24th of this, and then at so time I was supposed to respond to his client, so that anytime a client or your your colleague opens this interface, he's going to go to task and see what he was supposed to offer to that person, and he will not do it even if you are not there. That's how customer support work. And then of course we have meeting. If you are supposed to schedule a meeting with him either on Google Meet or anything, this is where to schedule it. It's pretty simple. You just have to do it. You can schedule a meeting and click on schedule a meeting. You can now connect your calendar, either it's Google Calendar or any calendar. Just connect it and you begin your move. So I don't want to go there because I don't want this video to be long, but it's something that is actually very simple if you practice. The assignment for this class is always practice everything you see me doing. Create your account, follow through this step, and then add a number just like that. All right, so let me cancel it. And then here we go. So we are done. I can now click on more. All these things you can enroll in sequence. You can engage with the person on LinkedIn. That's if the name he gives you is the name that he has on LinkedIn. Can do that. You can see that you can log on WhatsApp. You can also do this. Now WhatsApp is the same thing I just said. The software needs to be installed. Until the software is installed, that core software, you can even message on WhatsApp. So, and it's not your duty, so don't bother. If they employ you, everything will be available for you. If you have an issue, let me know. So that is that for creating a contact. And under this Dennis, I can now come here. You can see we have about Dennis. These are all the information. Then under activities, you can see the under activities where we have notes, emails, call, tasks, meetings. So if you don't want to access them from here, you can also access them from here. It's pretty simple. Remember, already we have one note. Let me come to notes, and you can now see that I have notes by Express Tech. He complained about shoe. I created it just now. So under codes and all of that, if you want to create new notes, you can now click on create new notes, and then here we are. So this is how to do most of these things. All right, so we are done with this contact. Like let's say you want to add another contact, so all you have to do is you have to go back. All right, click on the arrow icon here, or my phone is wiping, or your own, you can click here, or all of that. So my phone is wiping, so I'll just click on wiping, and then let me return it back. Okay, so it has returned us back to where we are, you can now see that we have Dennis. Now if you were working from this page and you want to open Dennis, all you have to do is double click on Dennis. Sorry, I will just double click on this Dennis, or just click at it once. It's supposed to open all the information about Dennis. You can see it here. I just click on it once and show me all the details here. All right, so that's it. If you're here and you can't find your way to where we just did, you can just click on the name. Let me click on the second one, and then you can see that they see the information of the second one like this. All right, but we don't want, we want to return back. So let me click back here. Instead of coming here, it was giving me headache. Let me zoom in, return back, click on contacts to return back, and then we have all the information here. So if you want to add more information, you can now click, you can see the contacts that we have here, contact. Now if you collect the person's phone number and you added everything, the information will be added here. You see phone number, list status, and all of that. If you watch the one on laptop, he explain more about phone number and status. All right, so that is that for that. And then here we go. Remember again that I said that you can also search the person's number. You can also add contact. You can see all the contacts we have is 3. You can send newsletters. You can unsubscribe. If somebody unsubscribe, you can see that if somebody don't want to be part of this. Because if you send somebody an email from here, you remember what I taught you from email on the Google Workspace tools. I taught you that there's what we call a signature. So if you send somebody an email, he will know that that email is coming from Express Tech, and it should show the person to unsubscribe or continue listening here, receiving messages from me. So if the person unsubscribe, this is where you can actually find it. All right, so now let me explain something, right? Let me explain something. Now I just talked about the fact that people can scrape emails, all right, from Google or from Facebook or anywhere, LinkedIn, and you will export them here. I expect you to use them for marketing and all of that. Now if they export an email for you, those emails, put them on Google Sheet, that is Excel. Arrange them as number 1, name, phone number, email, etc. So when you arrange them on Google Sheet like that, you can now export the Google Sheet here. A Google Sheet is called CSV file. So it's only CSV file that you can export here, not MS Word. So if you want to export any number here, it must be on Google Sheet, that's CSV file, or Excel, normally called Excel. So if you want to do that, you can now come here and click on contacts, and then when I click on this contact, you can see that it has create new contact and it shows import. So you can now click on import that CSV file, and everything will be automatically filled up here if you actually arrange them on the CSV file, that is the Google sheet. So that is that for that. I've covered everything majorly for this. And if there's anything I've not covered, then I covered it in the one with the laptop. So you can check the video description to learn more about this. But this is how to manage customers using your phone. You can see that this is a very short video and it explains everything. Now, if you have any question, ask me in the video description. Now, please, I know that I'm mentoring you, but only come to my DM when there is serious questions. But if there's just small ones, ask them in the DM. Me and my PA were always in the DM in the comment section to actually answer most of these questions. So thank you so much. I love you. Please kindly help me subscribe to the channel. That's a way of making us grow. I really love you, and I will see you in the next class. Thank you.